recording? Beautiful. There we go.
There we go. Thank you everyone from joining all over the country and in the United States. My name is Don Tanka. I'm excited to be part of this live wave community, which meets on Saturday when people are enjoying their rugby, and we are here to make a difference. About me, quickly, I joined 3 to 4 months back, and I was a skeptic. I went to a presentation presented by Wilson. I remember very well. And I looked around. I couldn't see people who looked like me. And I only saw people who are old and sick. And I said, why am I here? It took me just 15 minutes. Then I sat up straight, attentive, because something caught me. And down the journey, and I joined in a couple of days because I was excited about what I heard, what I saw. And I patched my mom, who had a chronic shoulder pain for the past 5 months, from a shoulder up. In 3 days' time, she called me and said to me, what is this you gave to me? I thought she had a bigger problem. And she said, for the first time in 5 months, I can sleep like a baby without any pain on my shoulder. And then we patched her for a high blood pressure condition, which she had for the past 15 years. Within 3 weeks, her blood pressure dropped to her 20 years younger age. And she's never been on pills since that mid-March. And the third problem that she had was, for the past 5 years, she had an inherent or a problem with high cholesterol, which was around 5.9 to 6. In a month's time, she went to take a blood test, and her cholesterol had dropped to 4.1. She's never been on cholesterol tablets or medication since the start of April. And she looks beautiful. She's got a zest of life. She is healthy. I felt so bad that if this can do so much for my mom, I'm obligated to share it with anybody I meet and I know. And this is why I'm here. This is it. And over to you. Wilson is going to take us through a power presentation to tell us more about this patch, a small 5 rand size type of a patch, which will change your lives forever. And I vouch this for everyone who has anyone who's got any chronic challenges to really try this. This has made things happen in my family, and I'm sure and it will with you and your families and close people that you know. Over to you, Wilson.
Don, every time I hear that story, it just excites me, and it's actually quite funny. A lot of my good friends in my life wave community, our journey started with our parents. We saw what the patches did for our folks, and that for me is very special. So evening, everybody. Thank you for taking the time for joining us on a Saturday evening. My name is Wilson. I've been working with this incredible technology for the last, call it 18 months. And it's absolutely amazing to see how people are getting better. And just to very quickly tell my story, when I first looked at this, I'll be honest, I kind of laughed at my friend. It's a very good friend of mine, Chris Hutling, that presented this to me. 18 months ago, nobody knew about this. They never heard of it. And he showed it to me. I'm like, Chris, why are you so excited about this? It's a little sticker. And he looked at me, he said, my brain fog went away in 5 days. And I looked at him, I was like, wow, that's amazing. And he was like, go do some research and tell me what you think. And there's nothing wrong with me, but I wanted to see if I could help my mom. Now, I did a lot of research, and I came to the conclusion it's either going to help her quickly, or it's going to take a bit of time, or it's not going to do anything. But it's worth a try. I couldn't find any person online that had adverse effects. Long story short, I go visit my mom once a year. I get to her, I tell her about X39. Now, at that stage, She had a cushion in between her L4, L5 vertebra, busy disintegrating in a debilitating pain, couldn't walk or function whatsoever. So I said to her, Mom, I don't know what this is going to do. Let's stick it on. Let's see what it does. I stick it right there on her back where her pain was, and I'll never forget it. 45 minutes later, she came back into the room where I was sitting, white in the face. She's like, my pain's gone. What is this stuff? And I kind of looked at her. I was like, Mom, just check for me, like move around a bit. She was like, look, yeah, I've got mobility back. And that's where this all started 18 months ago. And just to get stuck right in there, um, I hope you guys can see my screen. Let me just get my WhatsApp closed there. Otherwise, it's going to make a noise, and I'm just going to get my camera off there. Beautiful. So tonight, I'm going to talk to you about this incredible product called X39, and you'll see the heading there. Have you been patched yet? I really hope after today, you're going to start patching. Now, all this little sticker is going to do is elevate, activate, and regenerate your body's own stem cells. And it's doing that without drugs or medication, completely naturally. Very, very exciting. Now, I just very quickly want to tell the story of David Schmidt. He's our CEO and inventor. He's an absolute brilliant guy, a wealth of knowledge, and very, very clever. Now, this all started 20 years ago. It's a very interesting story. So, he had a contract with the Navy to create a technology that's going to give submariners energy without stimulants. Now, submariners, they're underwater for over 30 hours. And what they were using at the time kept the submariners awake, but they couldn't function properly. So, he created our first patch. It's called Energy Enhancer. Very clever how it works. It literally burns fat and it creates energy naturally by just sticking on the patch. And it actually worked so well that a doctor, through a doctor, got to the doctor who was the doctor for the Olympic swimming team in 2004. They patched all the swimmers, and that year they did so well, they actually won all the medals. And the Olympic Committee thought they were doping because of their results. And they stripped them of all their medals. David Schmidt had to fly there with patches, and they had to test them in a lab. You had to test talk to them about the theory. There's no drugs in this patch. It doesn't work like normal medicine. Long story short, they were then eventually vindicated. They got all their medals back. And this all started 20 years ago. Quite incredible. So he's a scientist, he's an inventor, he specializes in reverse aging. And in 2008, David focused his attention on stem cell research. And I'm going to touch on that in a second. Now, the patent for X39 took 10 years and $4.5 million to bring to market. Now, why is stem cells important? So the New England Journal of Medicine has stated that the number one indicator of wellness is directly correlated to the number of active stem cells in the bloodstream. Stem cells are cells with the potential to develop into any kind of cell needed, and they have this incredible ability to heal and repair any organ or tissue. Look at a stem cell in the body as a blank cell, and once you mobilize it, it's like a heat-seeking missile, and it just heals and repairs. Now, why the X39 stem cell activation patch? The fewer stem cells you have, the faster you age and the slower you heal. I think any person over the age of 45 can agree with me. When you get hurt, it takes longer to recover. When you get sick, same story. And that's directly connected to the amount of stem cell activity in the bloodstream. Now, as a teenager, you have about 1 billion active stem cells. By age 30, this number's dropped to 60% reduction. It's 400 million. By age 50, a 75% reduction. By age 60, 90% reduction. And it's the reason why we age. And finally, we have a patch where we can stick this patch on every day and start reversing this process. Now, how does the X39 work? So in the most layman's terms, did you know if you walk outside and the sun hits your skin, your body produces vitamin D? Now, it's a process called phototherapy. The patch works in exactly the same way. The only difference is this patch reflects your body's own infrared light back into the body, sends a very specific signal to the brain, to activate a copper peptide in the blood, and that mobilizes the stem cells. And it's made from an organic nanocrystal. And what's exciting is it's completely non-invasive, non-transdermal. What does that mean? It can't react towards medication. Nothing's going through the liver or the kidney. It's not even going through your skin. And that's very exciting. Now, it's made from an N3 medical grade adhesive. Now, 1 in 10,000 people have an allergic response to the adhesive on Band-Aids. If that is the case, you can stick X39 on the inside of your shirt. It will still work. It doesn't have to be on the skin. It's actually your body heat that activates it. And I like that. That means we can help anyone. You can patch a baby or an older 100-year-old person. Anyone can use it. So what will happen when you activate your stem cells? I told you the story of my mom, and we're seeing pain relief testimonies time and time and again. And the reason for that is stem cells are really good at going after inflammation. And if we can go after the inflammation, we can get improvement on the symptom. So it's a little bit the other way around to normal medicine. Normal medicine, you treat the symptom, the cause is still here. Here we're going after the cause, and the symptom starts getting better. It supports wound healing. Energy and vitality is a really big one for me. I start early in the mornings, I work till late at night, and I've got this constant flow of energy. I don't dip in the afternoons, and I love that. Mental clarity, also a really big one. So my business partner, Chris, I think his brain fog went away in 5 days. Mine took a bit longer. It was about 3 weeks, but when you feel that brain fog lift, you see colors brighter, you think a lot more clearer. And if you've got mental clarity, you start making better decisions in your health, your household, your business. And that also has this amazing ripple effect over time. Now, all athletes should be using X39. It will enhance sport performance. You will have more strength, more stamina, and you'll recover quicker from exercise. And if the athlete had to get hurt, you'll recover a lot quicker from it. For the ladies, improve skin appearance. That's also a big one. There's two things that I also want to discuss that's not on here. My sleep has dramatically improved. I've never had sleeping issues, but I'm sleeping a lot deeper. I'm resting well, and when I wake up with a bang. I'm not tired. The last thing I would mention, my overall mood and just my state of being. I'm always positive. I'm always excited. I've got lots of energy. It's very hard to not feel good when you're wearing X39 and waking up these stem cells. Now, how to wear X39, this is very important. You wear the patch for 12 hours on, 12 hours off to repair and rejuvenate. They did the testing. The resting period is very important. That's actually where the restoration happens. So the goal is to get into a rhythm to wear one every day. Now, in South Africa, I have to say what we've been seeing. You'll see they throw away the patch. I've seen people take their second-hand patches, stick it on their spouse or their furry friends, and still seeing results. But the goal is to stick on a new patch every day and repeat the process. The reason for that is you're waking up a couple thousand stem cells every day, and that has a beautiful compounding effect over the long term. And that's why we're seeing such incredible results with people wearing this over months. Now, you can wear more than one patch at a time. Just know you need to drink plenty of water. Many people don't hydrate enough. What is enough water? It does depend on body weight, but anything between 1.5 liters and 2.5 liters of water. And please make sure you're drinking good quality water. I hope you're not drinking tap water. This assists the patches in communicating the different frequencies in the entire body. One thing you can also do to help with the functioning of the patches is maybe add an electrolyte to your diet, a Celtic salt or Himalayan rock salt or good electrolyte. That also helps the cell to function better, and that can also help boost the patches a little bit. Now, they've done testing in two spaces. So I love wearing my X39 in the back of my neck, in the base of my neck every day. You can also stick it 3 fingers below the belly button. But in my mom's case, I stuck it right there where her pain was, so you can use it like that as well. The goal is just to get into a rhythm and waking up these stem cells every day. Long-term results per 80 case study. So in the first few days, 4,000 genes begin to reset. Within 6 weeks, the brain becomes balanced and we see decreased symptoms of PTSD, anxiety, and depression. That's a really big one for me. Many people are suffering from that. They don't even know it. And yeah, we can help people without drugs and medication. Um, Within 3 months, your collagen is increased. Yeah, we start seeing decrease in wrinkles, hair growth increases the structural integrity of both skeletal and muscular systems. And then the big one here, within 6 months, we see the heart reverse in age. In a recent study, 14 out of 15 people lowered their vascular age by an average of 8 years after just 6 months of using X39. It's not anti-aging, it's age reversing. Now, when I looked at that heart reversing stage comment, I was like, yeah, right. Like, how can it help with heart health? Your heart never stops beating. It doesn't have a resting period. It's very tough to see positive results on cardiovascular health. And then we were pleasantly surprised in August last year when a friend of ours sent her mom's heart scans. So they went to the cardiologist. You can see there on day one, if you see red, it's inflammation in the heart. Heart's not happy there on day one. They started patching her. 2 months later, look how that inflammation is starting to go away. And then after 5 months, almost no inflammation in the heart. And when I looked at that, I was like, wow, if that's what it can do for your heart, I'm excited to see what it's going to do for all my other organs. Now, just to mention, David Schmidt advises to use the patches for a minimum of 90 days for optimum results. What I would say is if you're an older person or you're dealing with any serious issues, I would add another month for every decade you are old. Every person's body has a different history. People are eating differently and living differently, so results vary. Although that is the recommendation, we've seen results in weeks, days, hours, or minutes, or even seconds. And just remember to drink plenty of water. So I really love this website. Please go have a look at it. It's called thisisit.info.com. Any information you want around X39, the story, the patents, the clinical trials, testimonies, it's all in there and really nicely put together. And please go dig a bit deeper and see what this is doing for people. If you would like to share it with some of your friends and family overseas, there's a little country flag. You click on it, it will translate it automatically. And I like that. And yeah, please go take your time and have a look there. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So this is a topography map. It's a brain scan from a 77-year-old lady. She placed X39 at the back of her neck. And if you look there at session one, look at all that inflammation. It's actually busy splitting the cell, very little stem cell activity, lack of brain coherence. And look at session two, 3 weeks on X39. All the inflammation around the cell is gone. There's just this little speck of inflammation in the middle of the cell. Definitely improved brain coherence. And now look at session three. That's just after 6 weeks. A complete turnaround, improved stem cell activity. And what excites me about this is this was just a brain scan. Can you see we're seeing that age reversal happening on a cellular level on that last slot? It's actually rejoining. And imagine for all your other organs, your heart, your liver, your kidney, your eyes, even your skin. Just amazing. So I'm going to get to the part of my presentation now where I'm going to show before and after shots. Just again, results aren't typical. It depends from person to person. These two pictures, it was inflammation reduction in under half an hour. So if you look at the first shot there, that guy had lots of inflammation in his back and neck and his sternum. Look at that amazing inflammation reduction in 30 minutes. To the right, a lady with arthritis. We're seeing amazing results with arthritis. And look at that amazing inflammation reduction. If the inflammation goes, so does the pain. Also seeing inflammation reduction within animals. Look at this horse's coat. Huge improvement there. And if you look to the right, look how inflamed his heart was. It's actually purple. And look how nicely the inflammation in the entire body is just disappearing. So for the ladies, the age reversal side for the people using it for the long term. So this first shot, I always like looking at. Can you believe that lady is 70 years old? And if you look there on day one, look at the bags under her eyes. Look at day 42, how those bags are disappearing. And look at day 355. Looks like she's had a complete facelift. Looks a lot longer. The color in her eyes is also brighter. Absolutely amazing. To the right, you can see this lady's crow's feet, the lines in the corner of your eyes. That started disappearing in 45 days. To the right of hers, I always like looking at that because, well, look how this lady's neck has tightened up, her face has straightened out, and look how the life has come back into her eyes. And that's after 1 year. Bottom left corner, this is also 9 weeks, very quick response on the collagen, but some of the blemishes in her face and just tightening out nicely. That was in 9 weeks. If you look to the right of that, if you look at that, that lady's mouth started drooping in the corner of her mouth, and look how nicely it's straightened out in 5 months. And I love looking at these before and after pictures of the skin because if that's what it looks like outside, know that it's also a reflection of what happened inside the body and inside throughout the whole body. And I love that. Now, vitiligo, really tough thing. It's a pigmentation of the skin condition. Nothing they can do about it. Look at that guy. After 3 months, it's still there, but a lot better. To the right of him, this is a friend of ours in America. His name's David. His vitiligo is almost 90% gone. He's been using it for a year. And just look at that difference. To the right of him, wound healing very, very quickly. That's in 12 days. Just amazing. Bottom left corner, Bell's palsy. Very tough thing. The face starts spasming. And look there, after 3 months, her face is starting to work properly again. In the middle there, psoriasis. That was very quickly. That was within 10 days. It's amazing that we're seeing results with autoimmune conditions. Just awesome. So here's some circulation shots. So this is a guy that was about to get toes amputated in his foot. And just look at that in 5 days. Isn't that amazing? Bottom right corner, lady with swelling of the feet. Look at that, within 3 weeks. Now, the reason why we see such incredible diverse results, look at these blood slides at the top. So this was a lady, she took a blood slide before patching and 10 minutes after and another one. And just look at the difference. If you look at that first slide, the blood's not happy, it's not moving properly, there's not oxygen in between the cells. Look at that shot 10 minutes later. And not only is the cell functioning better, but we're also mobilizing the stem cells, which is very, very powerful. Some gory pictures. I do apologize. This is a lady that hurt her cheek. Look at that in 21 days. To the right of us, this is a younger fella. He had a snowboarding accident. And just look how quickly his face healed. He just had this little scar on the lip. Bottom left corner, also older fella. He definitely had a hard fall. You can see he's wearing more than one patch. But look at that turnaround in 7 weeks. Almost good as new. Bottom right corner, a kid severed his finger in a door. They begged the doctor to sew it back on. They didn't want to, and look at that turnaround. I mean, to get from where it was to where it is, normally 3 to 6 months. And that's just amazing. Hair growth, a really big one. I like looking at this first picture. Look how nicely his hair is filling out. Look how nicely his original color is returning. To the right, this guy had a huge hair loss problem. Look how nicely his hair filled out in 3 months. And then the bottom left corner, same thing. Look how nicely the original color is returning and the hair also filling out. And I can tell you, for me, I've also been bald since the 90s and my hair is growing back. Quite excited to be able to have a normal haircut. And I can't wait for that. Now, athletes on the patches, all athletes should be wearing this. I told you the story um, of the Olympic swimming team using it. There you can see Michael Phelps in 2004, Serena Williams also on the energy enhancer, David Beckham as well. I like Lorenzo Savadori. He sticks the X39 on his forehead, puts on his helmet, and he drives really fast on a super bike and he uses it for concentration. Now, I just want to talk about some of the complementary products. Now, just on this note, the only patch you need is X39. That is our flagship product. It's the only patch that can wake up your stem cells. If you are just consistent with X39, it can completely change your life. I think you'll be surprised at what it will do for you over the long term. But in acute cases, we do have added patches that we can add on. So X49 is the booster patch. It helps with muscle mass, bone density, and heart health. Ice Wave, it helps with pain reduction. Very, very good product that, and it doesn't mask the pain, it releases it. Glutathione, really strong immune booster and antioxidant. It's actually 300 times stronger than any glutathione supplement that you can take. Um, Carnosine, love that patch. It helps with brain function, memory, and focus. And then Aeon, also love it. It reduces stress. It's called our happy patch, and it also helps with inflammation. And then Silent Nights for people that has issues with sleeping. It regulates your sleep and melatonin increase. Energy enhancer, where this all started, increases energy, fat burning, and endurance. Then SP6 helps with weight, appetite, and aids hormones and digestion. And we very recently got a hold of Alevida, the world's first collagen activation patch. And quite excited that we can get that now. And it helps with vibrant skin, reduces wrinkles, and builds collagen. Now, we don't yet have AccuLife, but I like keeping it on there because it's basically exactly the same as Ice Wave. Also works great on the animals. But again, all you need is X39. Just stay consistent with that, and you'll definitely be smiling. Now, just on the note of testimonies, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a medical professional. If you're dealing with any serious issues, always consult your doctor first, or better yet, get him to engage with us. But with that being said, when we started this group, it was a couple of us with a couple of testimonies. There's now 4,000 of us in this group, over 700 testimonies, over 150 different categories. Does it mean we've healed these conditions? Definitely not. But if we can get an improvement on them, it's already big, because many of these conditions, you don't see any positive results. And I just want to go through a couple headings. Sciatica, thyroid cancer, Crohn's disease, great results with eyesight and vision, uh, constipation, ADD, liver-related, lung-related, bladder-related, migraines. The list just goes on and on. Shingles, that's been sticking its head out since the pandemic. Great that we're seeing results for that. Fibromyalgia, depression. Um, I mean, the list just goes on and on. Brain injury, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, dementia, eczema. Now, if we don't have a testimony for the condition that you're suffering from, please still try it. Uh, a stem cell is a blank cell, and it can literally become anything where the problem is. And the reason why this category list keeps growing is because we might not have a testimony for it, but it doesn't mean that it won't help. And all I would recommend is trying this for 90 days. And the reason why I'm showing all these conditions is you might know somebody that's suffering from any of these things. And yeah, we definitely have hope in the form of a patch. So what are the prices? I just want to compare apples with apples. This is a stem cell treatment. You buy one sleeve of X39. It's got 30 patches in it. If you look at conventional stem cell injections, they are very expensive. It's from $10,000 upwards, and they work. They don't work most of the time. We've got a very good friend in America. His son is autistic. He's gone for stem cell injections in Mexico multiple times, once, twice in 1 year, did absolutely nothing. They patched the little boy with X39. A week later, he was swinging on a swing for the first time in his life. A month later, he was pedaling on a Peloton bicycle for the first time in his life. And it's now a year and a half later, he started saying, is he still autistic? Yes. But there's been a remarkable improvement in their lives. So there's a retail price of X39, X49 at $149.95. The other products are $79.95. But why do you want to pay retail if you can pay wholesale? You sign up as a member, you get it at cost. For X39, X49, it's $99.95. All the other products are $49.95 to $69.95. The reason why it varies, they give you a discount if you buy them in bulk. And I like that. So just a couple of the enrollment kits. There's 5 of them. It starts at the bronze package. That actually works out the most expensive. They charge you a $25 registration fee. That's once off. And after that, you get them at $99.95. So the bronze package is for 1 month supply. I recommend people come in silver or higher because you start saving money. So silver is for 3 sleeves of X39 at $299.95. You can also swap one sleeve of X39 for two sleeves of any of the other products. The saving on the silver package is about $40 because you save the $25 registration fee because they waiver that, and you save in shipping as well 2 months, which is about $40. Now that's for one person. And then I also know people have enough patches to do the protocol. If you want to patch more than one person, I'll recommend looking at gold or higher. So the gold package is $499.95. Here we're getting 5.5 sleeves of X39. It's not a half a sleeve. They don't cut it. They give you a free product of any of the other products to try. The saving there is just under $100. Then we have a platinum package, which is 12 sleeves, 12 months supply of X39 for $995. And then our biggest package is the diamond package. Um, that's about $1,600. There we're getting 19 sleeves of X39. It's actually 3 for free. Actually brings the cost down of it to about $84 a sleeve. And that's the cheapest that you'll ever get it for before shipping and VAT. Now, like what I like about LifeWave is you can start at silver, decide you want more product, upgrade to gold, pay the difference, and get the difference in stock. And I think that's very fair. And I think any person using X39 should upgrade through all these packages because it actually starts working out cheaper because you get free stock. Now, just to tell you a bit of history on the company, the first thing that I asked my business partner when he presented this to me is how old's the company? And at that stage, it was 18 years. And I had a big sigh of relief. This is not a Mickey Mouse company. They've been around for 2 decades. Um, they actually have a triple A rating. Only 3% of the world companies get that rating. And what does that mean? It means their manufacturing is sorted. It means their logistics, people are getting the product, that's sorted. People that are sharing this with others are getting paid. It's a wild machine. So just a bit of figures that was really interesting. So before the company launched X39, they had a bunch of products. It was doing about $28 million a year turnover. They launched X39 also partly during COVID, and they 10x their turnover in a 2 year period. Who does that? And also during COVID. Last year, we did 420 million US dollars for the year. It's projected to be $1 billion company by 2025. And at the moment, we can ship this to over 87 countries in the world. And the big thing here is these products are protected by patents. This is not my powder is better than your powder, or my vitamin is better than your vitamin. What X39 does for people is in a complete class of its own, and it's protected by international patents. Nobody's allowed to copy it. And if they do, we can close them down. And these patents are still there for 17 years and then renew them. So I like it. The company has a long-term vision. Now, just very quickly, want to touch on the business side of it. The highlight will always be for me X39. But what I like about the opportunity is that because of X39, this company ticks three very important boxes. We can help people mentally, physically, and financially. Now, I know the business side is not for everybody, but I like the fact that he chose that model because instead giving the money to the pharmaceutical companies, he's given power to the people. So what's most important in your life? Family, time, freedom, security, travel, better health, less debt. When I looked at that the first time, they all screamed at me. And I just want to touch on two of the highlights of the compensation plan. There's 4 ways how we earn. Just going to touch on 2 ways of them. So, firstly, it's a binary structure. Um, it's as simple as going manager. How do you go manager? You invite 4 of your friends onto these calls. You sign up 2 on the left leg, 2 on the right leg, and you go manager, and we get that to duplicate. Now, what I like about the binary structure, it's unlimited levels deep. And the only reason why the math makes sense is they limit your earnings based on your rank. Now, at the highest rank, the most you can ever earn from the binary is $25,000 a week. I know that sounds like a lot, but I personally have seen 4 of my friends in America do that in under 2 years. But I know the business side is not for everyone. You can do 25K a week, a year, over 3 years. It depends on you. But I do like a binary. It's very aggressive. Um, the second highlight of the compensation plan is the matching bonus. So what I like about this part of it, it's completely unlimited. They don't have to cap the earnings here. and it's paid out in a uni-level structure. So binary means unlimited depth, uni-level means unlimited width, and here we start earning off our directs when they start earning. So let's say you get a person that makes $1,000 a week, um, you'll make 25% of that. Let's say he gets a person that makes $1,000 a week, you'll get 20% of that, which is $200. And this goes 3 tiers deep. And I think that is very, very aggressive. But with that being said, the highlight for me is always X39 and what this can do for people. Now, I just very quickly want to show you 2 videos of testimonies that's happened. The first one is this little doggy that was paralyzed in its back legs.
I'll be taking the video.
Just look at that. Like 90% better. Just amazing that we can help our furry friends as well. And then it's one thing to help people that you don't know. It's a very different thing when you help somebody close to your heart. This is a very good friend of mine's mom. She had a severe stroke in the beginning of May. She was completely paralyzed on the left side of her body, couldn't function, couldn't talk. And just look at this amazing turnaround. They didn't film the first week because it was too traumatic. And when she started lifting her left arm, they started filming her.
Hi, my name is Lindy, and I just wanted to share my family story with my mom having a severe stroke on the 30th of April, 2024. We booked her into hospital, and on the 3rd of May, they gave us devastating news. Mom had a stroke on the right hemisphere of her brain, leaving her paralyzed on the left side. And on the 4th of May, we decided to start patching Mom. And this is our story. So we started taking footage of Mon on the 7th of May. We saw that there's movement in her left arm, and she had incredible movement on her mouth. This is 5 days on the patch, the 8th of May. She's still in hospital. She's reaching higher with her left hand. The arm is lifting so much better. And then we had a bit of quite of a setback. They moved it to the step-down clinic, and we actually didn't tell anybody about the patches in hospital or the doctors. And so we had to be honest with the step-down clinic. And then the doctor said that we can't patch Mom until he's looked at everything. So for a couple of days, from the 9th up to the 14th of May, we couldn't patch my mom, but the doctor did come back. And he allowed us to continue with the patching. So this was on Mother's Day, the 12th of May. She was still not back on the patch, but she was in the step-down clinic. And this video, she's 2 days back on the patch on the 17th of May in the clinic. And here she is walking with the help of one of the nurses. This was quite a big moment for our family. As you can see, she's smiling and she's improving quite a bit. And it's just incredible. This is 5 days on the patch in the clinic, the 19th of May, and the left side of the face is improving so much. 7 days on the patch, the 21st of May, 2024. She's walking with a walker. And 7 days on the patch, this was the evening visit. And she was so alert and her mouth looked perfect. And she's just showing us all her type of exercises that she's busy doing. We are so grateful. And then this was taken this morning, the 28th of May. She's 14 days on the patch now, and she's just showing that she can walk by herself. They are still not allowing this long distances, but I just wanted some footage to show that the recovery is going very well. And we hope that Mum will be out of the step-down clinic very soon. And we are looking forward to a full recovery, but I will keep on going with the updates so that everybody can see the progress. We received a wonderful surprise from the therapist this afternoon. Thank you for watching.
Wow. Every time I look at that, I just smile. You know, being able to help people like that, it makes me sleep well at night. If I can tell you what we've seen in the last 18 months is absolutely mind-blowing. And to see my friends getting better and younger every month, it's such a gift. And yes, please get back to the person that shared this link with you, and please get patched. That's all I can ask you. And if you know of anyone that's dealing with any serious issues, we do this regularly. Let's see if we can't help them. Donna, I don't know if you maybe just want to add something there. If anybody wants to ask a question, you're more than welcome. Hi, Don.
Good evening again, Nelson. Can you hear me? Can you
Yes,
see
I
me?
can hear you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you very much for this wonderful presentation. As always, when I hear you present, I always say, wow, one day I'm going to present as well as you do. And it's one day at a time. But thanks for this fabulous stroke recovery testimony. It always fills my cup. You know, and at the start of the presentation, I told you about my mom's recovery from a shoulder pain, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure. But I want to say to everyone who has joined here from South Africa, from America, we are dealing with a AAA rating company, LifeWave, which has been in existence for 20 years. This year, we are gunning for $500 million US by 2025 to $1 billion US on sales. You have heard about our cutting edge science, phototherapy, that's got no competition out there. We are now in 100 countries with lots of testimonies. And in South Africa, we haven't even scratched the surface yet. We don't have any competition. So I would like to say we are at the right place, at the right time, with the right product. Whoever invited you to this presentation tonight, say a big thank you and get back to them and start patching. I'm obligated to share this with as many people as I can because of how this little patch has changed my life, my family's life for the betterment. We have been conditioned to sort our health problems with pills, drugs, medication, which are toxic. This is a patch which just reactivate your dormant stem cells through a copper peptide called GAKCU, and this just reactivates your dormant stem cells. And we are not the same. My computer box or health box will prioritize my stomach and it needs to cleanse or clean toxins in my gut. Somebody could be a neurological problem. Somebody could be to rejuvenate your heart cells. Somebody could be to rebuild your cartilage and tendons on your joints. This is a powerful patch. I vouch for this for everyone, and let's patch one person at a time, one family at a time. We need to change South Africans to own back their health through an organic patch called X39. Thanks, Wilson.
Yes, man. Absolute amazing, brother. Yeah, you nailed it on its head. It's time for change. Just drinking the one pill after the other, it's not fixing any of the problems. Yeah, we got something special in our hand. And I could just say thank you again for making time on a Saturday. We do this regularly. You're more than welcome to come join us. And I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I don't know if anybody else wants to mention something or ask something. If not, we're going to take this in for a landing. Okay, guys, it looks like everybody's quiet. Thank you for your time. Can't wait to see you in the week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Cheers, everybody.
Thanks, Wilson. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, hey, bye-bye.